Oh, that comes backwards? Alright, so check this out. This is capital E, which is a lowercase fast feet. Oh. The sniper fighting curriculum starts off with the mindset. So, you know, the A attitude, B basics, so on and so forth. So that's something that, you know, we'll come back on because throughout the years you've learned that. We're going to put the sniper fighter student creed or competitor's creed. Like, I would not make believe I scored the point, you know, that type of stuff. Because the truth is that most people just don't think that's a big thing, but it is. It's horrible. But to start off with the footwork, right? You could be just shadow me. So the idea is, when you go onto your left, you move your left foot first, right? Then you go onto your right, you move your right foot first. The common mistake that people do, if they're moving their left foot towards the left side and they move it 6 inches, they move the right foot a foot. Now their feet are too narrow. You always want to have people off balance. That's the opportunity for you to attack. And one of the best ways to do that is just to see which way they're comfortable. You got guys that are great fighters, but the very second that if I'm here sparring with you, and I go this way, you may be okay, but if I go this way, now I came in closer, you don't even notice. I did a zigzag on the way in. So this foundational footwork here, the left-right drill, is absolutely the best way to wake up every option of what would be your ability to move, whether it's forward, back, left or right, and angles in between there too. So this is the extreme version of it, but we'll go left, and then right, and then left, and then left, and then right, and then left, and then right, and then right. And this is where it gets different. When years ago we used to say switch, now we just take the actual step. That's where they left. Then right, left, left, and right, left, right, right. Now instead of doing the switch, again, just go left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, and then you finish how you started, so it's the horizontal or the vertical. I should say the neutral. That's what we call this, the neutral zone. And then right, and when you miss one, no big thing. So that's the idea. Timing, tempo, rhythm on that, it depends on how you're doing it. You know, you can break rhythm on it. You can go left, right, and confuse the crap out of somebody. They do that in basketball. They do that in football. You know, but again, the idea is that if you move to your left, you move whatever direction you're going towards, you move that foot closer to that direction first. And try to use the same amount of distance with the other foot so you have maximum balance. You shouldn't be able, if this is a ready stance here, you should be able to attack from a ready stance. So that's the next thing that we'll do. When we do the left-right dribble, and then we do a hopscotch. Hopscotch is when your feet are side by side. No, we're not going to have a little, what was it, a can that they used to step on? And there's all types of stuff, right? Anyway, for those of you who play with the girls, I used to play with them, what the heck? So, it starts with 2 feet, then you go to 1 foot, and then 2 feet. Right? Then you turn to the right, again 1 foot, 2 feet. And then you turn to the left, and the other left. That's okay. Yeah. 2 left feet is better than 2 left legs is better than 2 left feet. So again, the idea is that my feet on the neutral position, it seems like I'm not ready, but I can still come right off the line. I can still come right off the line from here. So I'm in the neutral zone, I'm not sure where I'm going to move, and then boom, off the line. Sneaky. But that's when the opportunity comes in. And if you're sparring with somebody and you don't put yourself in the sparring position, they'll hesitate to let you get into the sparring position. So they'll be here, and you're like this, like a baseball player not knowing which way he's going to go, like a basketball player being able to cover. And when they hesitate, then you have the option of coming right off the line and hitting them with 1 punch or a kick. So that's the hopscotch. Hopscotch goes from 2 feet to 1 to 2 feet, and then you want to be versatile. That's called dyslexic. Then on the way back, you use the right, and then the left, and then you turn to the other left, which we still have to learn the left and right. That's okay. Hey, there's nothing wrong with having a good time when you're doing this thing. In the beginning, guys, it's always confusing. I mean, even as a review, because the way we did things years ago, it would be left, right, 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 switch, and then everybody used to switch. But then I started thinking about it. do the left-right drill and you do the switch, well, why not just go right into what would be left leg committed, and then on the way back, you just do right leg committed, and that already covers that same thing. You know, so again, home training with this thing can easily be done, and this done in rounds will get you pretty exhausted. Even in a small area, you can still do footwork. Most rings are not any bigger than the width of this room. Just about. You know, maybe a little wider, but this is a humongous ring. Actually, this is too long for a ring. But the idea is still that if you can move here, you'll be able to move anywhere. So we'll do the left-right drill, then you got the hopscotch. Now the way to do hopscotch simply is you got more than enough space. You go left, right, turn, right, left, turn. And usually you're only going to have one opportunity to attack the person anyway. Right? Right. Now the way we do the hopscotch again is it's an extended version of it. So it would be where I step here, and then I fly forward. And then switch. Yeah. Right. So it's like skipping what would be a pebble on the pond. From the hopscotch, we want to do an attack. So you go from neutral position, and you come off the line, and you throw the back knuckle, and then you come right, and then again you continue with the hop, and then you turn and go the opposite way, and then you do the same thing. The right hand this time. Oh, go back. Because what you want to do is when your foot lands, your right foot lands, your right hand is out at the same time. Yeah, and then you still want to skip a little forward. The reason you want to skip forward is because you're stopping your momentum if you don't. So the way it would normally work is you're here, you punch at this person, and your body still keeps coming forward because you don't know if you have to throw another punch. Yeah, you don't know if you're going to have to throw another punch after that. So let's assume that, right, you got it, exactly. So now look at the distance of that jab, so to speak. You're talking about 6 feet, give or take. You know, that's a nice little range without even detecting that you're coming. You look like you're just standing there. You're a step away from punching them in the mouth without them even noticing. If you do it from like almost like a gunslinger standpoint, it doesn't look intimidating. If you go like this, then now they protecting themselves. So I'll come right off the line, pop, boom, and then I don't know if I have to.
The concept that you were explaining before, like the zigzag thing, is that kind of
That's a little different. That's a little different.
No, but what I was
gonna from here.
No, but what I was going to ask you, how you said that when they can't comprehend the distance that you're closing, is that almost kind of the same concept as the fadeaway?
Fadeaway is a different game, but yeah, the answer is okay. You're talking about setups and illusions. That type of stuff. Okay, you know, don't look at the hand. Don't notice the hand. Don't notice this hand. You know. So yeah, when you're taking people and you're making them think you're doing one thing, and you're really doing another one, you're creating illusions. Mm-hmm. So yes, there are illusions to going back while heading forward. There are illusions to going forward while looking like you're going back. Yeah. And that makes the people cockeyed. It's like, all you need them to do is to hesitate for a second. The second they put their feet on their heels or they lock their knees, at that moment, they are open for an attack. Mm-hmm. So your job is to confuse them so they stop and go like, and that's it. The minute they stop, that means they're cooperating by being a stationary target. Yeah. You know, and different ways to do that would be to subtly come from here, attack, then you go here, right? And when your feet are neutral, you still got the option to throw the next punch, whether it's a vertical punch or what have you. So, and it seems a little weird, but the fact of the matter is that, watch, you go here, boom, pa. So my feet come to the two position again, with feet 2 feet down, I throw the second punch. Let's do that. Ready, and go. 1, 2. Now, again, the purpose of this too is to coordinate the arms with the legs. You notice there's a little timing issue there. Yeah, so basically what happens is that by the time your feet touch, your hand touches, so you really hit the person with your body. How to do it wrong? People do it like this all the time. They start throwing the punch too soon and they try to jump after. You know, and then when they get here, they don't jump the second time to throw the punch.
They're telegraphing.
not just that they're telegraphing, because they are telegraphing, no doubt about it, to the visual, but they're not hitting with the momentum of the body. People have a tendency, an example, I'm here, I want to throw a punch straight, right? So this will be a straight punch. But they go like this. They go like this. They go like this. You know how many movements you take? You're going to just hit the person. You know? So I'm here. The guy is at a distance where I can touch them, and they're not really ready. They already said go. We already touched gloves, so it's not like I'm cheating. I'm not saying jump the line and cheat. Even though that's one of the techniques people have been teaching for years. You know, the center referee's there, and they try to jump the line. As soon as the guy says go, they just attack. Well, I've never been that type of fighter to do that, but yes, I see that as an opportunity. I'd rather be the type that goes, they say go, and I'm like, you know. So if I'm in neutral zone, I can easily start going shuffle, shuffle. So even here you can do it, which is the next level of the footwork. But just to finish off the two-punch combination, it would normally be, and we're going to walk through it, it's 1 and then 2. Normally, you turn to your right afterwards. Yeah, and then you go, in this case, you go back to neutral, 1 and then 2, and then you turn to your left. And that's the left. But anyway, that little drill there, with the 2 punches, and then the turn around, I want you to do it. Ready? When I say go, when I say 1, you do both punches. When I say 2, you go on your way back. Ready? 1. Boom, bam, and then turn that way. And then 2. Boom, okay, and then turn back. Okay, so the idea is this, yeah. Now you can tell. The idea, guys, is that what you're doing is almost unconsciously developing what would be movement and strikes. If you think about it, you're going to have a problem. Your body has to move. Effortless. In the beginning, it's called conscious competent. When you're consciously trying to do the technique. Actually, in the beginning, it's called unconscious competent. You don't even know that you don't know how to do this. So you're doing something like, you know, like that, trying to ease in. When I'm here, I'm going, pop, boom. I'm just going right towards the target. After a while, when you see someone hesitate, you just hit them. Because you notice that they have now been psyched. Their weight is leaning towards one side more than the other. Because you might have done something like this. You know, I do something like this. And it's like, wait a minute, was he going back or was he going forward? I could tell by even your eyes. It was like, huh? So if I'm smaller and I do that, then I may do something like that. Because I noticed that at one point, when someone tenses their face, they're arguing. They're like, what's going on there? What do I see? I don't know what you see. You see this? I don't know.
Processing the information.
They're processing the information, and that's a lag time in between, so that's when the opportunity, the window has now been opened, and you cannot hesitate. You have to just go through that window. Otherwise, when you hesitate, they go through your window. You messed up, and you don't want that to happen. So, again, we have that version of it, and then we have what's considered the shuffle. The shuffle, let's say you start here, and we'll do it real slowly. We're going to our right, and we'll move our right foot 6 inches and right foot 6 inches. And it's almost like a walk. In this case, do it as a walk. So like that, you know you have complete control of it. Right? And the idea is that at all times, your legs are wide enough that you have equal amount of option towards the left or the right. So your knees are slightly bent, and it's very similar to being able to stop a basketball player or what have you. So once you get to your marker, which is here, then you're going to do the opposite. And then what's going to happen, and you want to like basically bend your knees, and you're looking at the person in the center, because like I'm here, and you're just shuffling around me, right? Now, in the beginning, you're thinking 1, 1, 1, 1. After a while, it just, you know, I joke around with the truth is that when you do footwork, there's different rhythms to it. And if you did it in a mambo version, or cha-cha version, it would be, that's the left-right drill, I just did it. Left, right, left, 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 right, left, left, right, left, right, right. So there is different. Or to the left, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the right. Or left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. Now your ability to change it from to, that's the broken rhythm. So doing the same exact footwork at different timing tempo creates a whole different result from the person. Similar to a pitcher doing fastball only. All of a sudden they do a curveball, a change up, and pretty much you're a good baseball player if you have 3 pitches. Same thing here. There should be 3 speeds: slow, medium, and fast. You see how in some of the videos I'll fight and I'll walk away from the person and then just come in and then throw a kick and no control. And then go back to my line. When I go back to the line, what does the guy do? Throw the kick that hits the judge.
Yeah.
But it's because I scared them. I'm coming! And I said, no, I'm taking the store over here. And then I came in. I got that from Sugar Ray Leonard. He used to do that in boxing. In the middle of the boxing, he would go, actually going this way, but he might have got it from basketball. Angles. So the left-right drill, foundation, always important. The shuffle, which is part of the circle drill, is a must. So we meet on the opposite side. The second part of the shuffle, or the second part of the circle drill, is the back pedal. The back pedal, even in a place like this, is possible. Where you're running in the circle. In this case, you put your right leg in front. And I'm going to run this way, you're going to run this way, and I'm going to try to catch you. There you go. No, I said run. I caught you. See? Right? So that's okay. Left leg in front now. And it's literally running backwards. This way. Running backwards. There you go. See, I'm in my spot. You see, I have aerodynamic brakes, or what would be considered a sports car. And you want to keep the circle tight. But you see how he drifts it away? Yeah. And there's a possibility you still want to hit this. So what starts to happen is you start developing what's considered awareness of your terrain. This is the land. I want to get the most out of the land. I want to do a divide, suck and conquer. I'm going to try to flank you and have you be in a situation where, you're saying, oh, fudge puggy, or something like that. It's inside joke, right? So, again, inside here, if you think about it, we're at a distance right now where the only way we can punch each other is if we actually turn our body or get the distance. So this is more than enough space for you to really work out. The people who know how to work inside, they're dangerous fighters. This is not inside. This is not even inside. Now we're getting closer, But we're going to continue with what would be the curriculum. And the curriculum after your shuffle and after your back pedal is the stick and move. Now, stick and move is an interesting one because it takes a lot of timing, tempo, rhythm to get that one. But you can walk it. So we're going to do it as a walk. Put your right leg in front. So we're going to walk forward like this. And then great iron back. So it's forward and back. Forward and back. But still, see, so now if you don't go circular, now I'm back to where I started. And you're too far off, which is fine. I'll pay you later, make you maneuver. So again, the idea is that you're doing a small circle. Some of you guys have seen, you've seen when a guy comes at me when sparring, they have the left leg in front, right? The person attacks me, and I end up making that person go outside because I spin off of them. Yeah. Well, this is some of the premise of it. That's more like what I consider the pivot, which is ole, but it's still within the same idea that I don't want to have to go outside the ring. Very rarely have you seen throughout my career that I've gone outside the ring, and sometimes it was because, not that I did it for the sake of going out the ring so the guy couldn't score on me, which to me I call that being a bitch, being a punk. I don't spell punk, but you know what I'm talking about. I don't do that, guys. I'd rather have you beat me because I wasn't able to protect myself than for me to beat you by trying to just run outside the ring to kill time. That's like a sucker move. And that's where karate changed quite a bit. That's why sniper fighting is not like that. If you score on me, I thank you for showing the weakness of my defense. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I can't get mad at you that you hit me. You wasn't supposed to be able to hit me if I would have moved out the way or be in a position where I could score on you. So again, it goes right back to knowing your terrain, having options. Now that was the left, that was the right leg. We're going to do the same thing with the left leg. Ready? And we're going to try to keep it nice and close. And we go in, and out, and in, and out, and I'm already at my mark because this is a small room. But again, I'm halfway to the mark. Oh, I forgot. How was it the mark? So now if I turn around and you model me, see, I can even switch it up. Look, I switch it up. Now model me. Right. So now this becomes an interactive game. Right. Perfect. All right. That was all the money. A little more level 2 type of stuff. And level number 1, remembering left, right, left. That in itself is confusing. Level number 2, you start developing some awareness and options where you can combine it. A little salt, a little pepper, a little cinnamon. And make something that's interesting. So that pretty much is the majority of what would be the foundational footwork. The other one is, we'll go this way. The reason I believe in footwork so much is because if they can't touch you, they can't hurt you. Mm-hmm. And at the very, very least, if we can work on what would be being elusive, man, that's going to make a world of a difference in terms of confidence. Because most people are gun shy initially because they can get hit. So here we go. We'll go here. We're looking towards what would be 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock is over there. The front leg is the pivot leg. That means it doesn't move. So we're going to go from 12 o'clock, we're going to go pivot and look towards 3 o'clock. And then in this case, we're going to go right back to 12 o'clock. Then we're going to switch sides. Then we're going to go again, this time towards 9 o'clock. The front leg stays stationary. Right? 9 o'clock. And then back to 12 and then switch. So it's 3 o'clock. And then back. Yeah. The idea is, if you look at it from a basketball standpoint, I got the ball, I went this way, I went this way. I went this way, I went this way. I'm not walking, I kept the leg pivoting. But what it does is this. Come over here. Put your left leg in front. Do the hopscotch. Ready, go. Hopscotch. See what just happened? So you do the hopscotch. Fast, go. So it gives me an opportunity to be out the way without having to do too much footwork. So that's good enough, okay? So you guys see how now, every technique that someone does, there's a counter to it. We did the footwork and how the footwork you was able to follow my lead. Your goal is to take my lead and eradicate it. So that means that you become the leader, making me think I'm the leader. Sort of like when you hook up with a girl and you think you got them. You know, that type of stuff. So I see when people are doing footwork, they're trying to set me up. And then I notice patterns in them. And their patterns might be something like 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever it is, I'm able to determine based on their timing what they do. Oh, I got him. That guy's a doom, dum, doom, da, doom, da. And I want to hit him in between that. I want to hit him with the thumb. Sounds funny, guys, but I read a book called The Book of 5 Rings. And in the Book of 5 Rings, he talks about doing tic-tic-tac-nicks. And you're like, what the heck he's talking about? But tic-tic-tac-nicks. You know, it's rhythm, time, and tempo of what would be techniques. Alright, so just to finish off what would be the circle drill. Circle drill ends with just a walk. And it starts with the right leg in front, so you're going to be following this way. So we're looking towards the center. We put our right leg in front, then we're walking backwards. Right? And you bring it to the point where your legs, you want to stay close, don't leave. You want to have your back, your butt being touched by your leg. Then once you get here, it's like a little walk that Bruce Lee used to do. So, yeah, you know, so this is like that little Bruce Lee walk, except I exaggerated it and brought it all the way to my hamstring where you keep going away. So the circle drill starts off with, yeah, don't worry about it. I know the person that owns it. You shuffle to your right, right? Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Right? Shuffle to your left. shuffle, right? Shuffle, keeping the distance, right? Being aware of the person. Good. Right leg in front, back pedal, and then like another one, back pedal, boom, turn, back pedal, same idea, right, back pedal, right, boom. Then here's a stick and move, right leg in front. So you go in and out, in, out. Same thing here. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Then you finish off with what would be the heart attack. Well, you see how this right here can actually be a little workout? And this is perfect distance because anything that's bigger than this, you're going to feel like, wow, I got a lot of space. And that's it. So, enough. So again, the way the circle drill works is you're going to do the shuffle, back pedal, stick and move, which in this case stick and move might look like this. But after a while it becomes like, you know, there's a little rhythm to it. And then in addition to that, we finish off with the little walk. It makes your legs get pumped. It brings your heart rate to the roof. And it gives you so many more options in terms of footwork than anybody. So here you got the left-right drill, the circle drill, then we have some clockwork. Clockwork, let's do that, a little more of that. Left leg was in front, we turned really quick towards 9 o'clock, then we went back towards 7 o'clock, we switch legs, quick, turn quick to 9 o'clock, out 3 o'clock, and then back over here, and then 7 o'clock. So now watch. This time, turn all the way towards 6 o'clock, and back. So now, when I come at you, just turn all the way to 6 o'clock. That's the easiest, best block you can actually do.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
This is how the best block is not to be there.
The best block in the world is not being there. So in this case, you're taking the person's strength and using it against them because you can take that same thing with an add a little something to it. We're here. Now what we're going to do is bring our bicep back. So bring your hand back. Yeah, just touch it. All right, touch it. Touch it, touch it. So now go here and touch it. Now go here and touch it and turn it. Yeah, so it's the same thing. You already hit it. Touch it and turn it. There it is. So watch what happens. I put my hand out and I move it forward, touch it and turn it. Hit my hand and turn it. So in that case would have been a punch to someone's face. This is when we start going to level 3, when it's more interactive. Level 1 is foundational. Level 2 is interactive, but not with this thing. And then level 3 starts really getting interactive, where your back's against the wall, and I'm kicking at you. And now you have to get out the way, but not just get out the way backwards, get out the way and still attack me. You know, and we're doing this predominantly with our hands right now, but if you notice, it really comes from the footwork. Now, just to bring it all together, this is just some of a sprinkle of what would be levels 1, 2, and 3. I say level 1, 2, and 3 of instructor training, but in order for it to be level 1, 2, and 3 of instructor training, that means that you have to be able to teach this. So what we're going to do on Saturday is go over exactly how, but we're going to do a level 1 seminar. The next one is a level 2 seminar that goes over level 1, which is a review to you, and then level 2. And then right after that, if you're comfortable, we'll record you teaching level 1. If you're not, no problem, because we can always do it in the video. I know you have it by you showing me. That's it. Simple enough. Does it make sense? Any questions?
No, sir.
Good enough. You know we have more than enough space here. I mean, you really have more than enough space. Even when it comes to kicking, all you need is two steps at the very most. You know what? Let's do that moment right now. Okay, here we go. You're on this side. Alright, so now we're gonna actually forget the kicking. We're gonna do first blitz. The first blitz. Our feet are stationary. You take the front hand, and what I want you to do is step with your right leg, like so, and then go right back. So you're gonna go 1, and then 2. Now from here, You'll do it one more time, you'll go one, but this time, shift your weight and then throw the second punch. Now there's a timing to it too, because you don't want to throw the punch too soon. The punch has to come as if you were running almost. So it becomes one and then two. Tendency that people have, on the second one you want to keep your hand up, yeah, and turn your entire body to the point where, yeah. So you're hiding behind your weapon. Hiding behind your weapon. So again, we're here, and we do a step and step. Now from there, turn to your actual right, not full circle, just 180, and then you do the same thing opposite, right? That's right, I know. Right, and then left. And then just turn that way. No, turn that way towards that wall. This will be the easy part, watch. This is the wall I'm always going to turn towards. So I'm here, and I go 1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn. I'm always turning towards that wall. Go. 1, 2, turn. But keep the other leg in front. And again, 1, 2, turn. Which way you turn? That way. Yeah. So you get it. The idea, all you're really basically doing is this. Left leg committed, get into here. Now your right leg's already committed, you just got to turn your head. Right leg committed. Left leg committed. And then right leg committed. Right to right there. That's it. If you notice, he's turning his whole upper body the way it should be. That's how people get taller. I used to tell people my seminars will make you get taller and smaller at the same time. It'll tie people's arms and make them blind. And if you know how to do those things, then I think you have a good chance of winning. And how does that happen? Plain and simple. By you turning your upper body, your legs got longer. By you being able to move out the way, they don't touch you, you just got smaller. By putting the hands in someone's eyes, you just made them blind. And by putting the hands down so they don't kick, you just tied up the legs. Now the idea is being able to use these things at the right time. See, sparring has never been about someone's ability to fight. Not when there's a curriculum. And you saw in my school, we had a lot of guys that, or even girls that you wouldn't consider fighters. They didn't come in with those skills. They just came in with the desire to learn. And because they came in with the desire to learn, there was a curriculum, when the person came at them, they didn't go like this. They actually went here. But in most schools that I noticed, the person that's a good fighter already, because one of the good fighters in the school, but they came with those skills already, or at least not the fear factor of it. And I didn't think that that's what martial arts was supposed to be. I thought that the person who didn't have the skills to fight, which was really to protect themselves, was supposed to learn it. So it should have been in the curriculum. But I couldn't teach that doing stuff like this, or doing grab me here. That might have helped also, but to me more realistic is that someone throws a punch at you and you're able to move out the way. You know, leave me alone. I said leave me alone. You know, and have the attitude where when it's never quit and don't mess with me and that's enough. Oh. Because the average person just blocks by doing like that. To me, the best block is moving out the way. Boom. Even in close quarters. I had a friend of mine one time, we sitting in the car. He says to me, what are you going to do now? And I used the elbows properly, hit him behind the ear, and now I had him in a position where he was injured. And he was like, oh my God. And this is a guy who was is a construction worker with humongous hands, which I don't have big hands, and he wanted to just finally get me in close quarters. He's like, I got you. And I just, and then I got his arm, and before you know it, he's like, oh, hey. You know. Anyway, any questions, sir?
No.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
Are you happy that at least now you know you have more than enough space that you're concerned about it, right? Yeah. This here is really, really a lot of space. This way, the fact that it's half of it is still more than enough. We can do some sparring here, believe it or not, in slow motion, which is one of the secrets. It increases the quality of the technique without jeopardizing what would be the potential of pain. But it helps you where when you see the technique coming, you start making the proper adjustment. You throw a punch towards my head, and if I go like this, I'm going to get hit. Hey, not a good habit. You throw a punch to my head, I have the option to either parry, you throw a punch to the head, or I can actually hit you while it's happening, or I can just move out the way, or I can just spin and do something illegal. You know. At level 2, we also go over what would be the first sweep or takedown. At level 3, there's a lot more of those things. Because to me, it was always so cool when someone was a good kicker, even though I like kicking, and the other person just swept them. It was like, woo, got him. And that's it, guys. Listen, again, this is a situation that is pretty unique. I'm in the Bronx, in the motherland, where I've been teaching for years. Eric's been a student for well over 20 years, 20 years ago. And even though there's been a separation from distance, there's never been a separation mentally. And he has a great testimonial that we'll use in a little while about what helped him in martial arts. But in my case, age 50 years young, I don't want to die with this information. Some of this information is a little confusing to you guys, but the more you practice, the better it makes sense. And I want to thank you for your time, and I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
All right, pleasure. When I say AB, you say see ya. AB, see ya on the bow. We bow for the eastern hemisphere of the world, and we salute because we're in America. We out of here. I'm done. Where's the bathroom? That was awesome, sir.